receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Huskers will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. So Nebraska's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Cornhuskers want to move quickly. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Huskers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Anthony. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Looking for a man. It's Smalls. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. With the catch, it's Meredith. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. The Huskers will hustle to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize.
Gashes them in the middle. The 30. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskers. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Got a man in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Smalls. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Third down play from the gun. Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to...
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll try to get it in with the run. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your...
Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wilson.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost
can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and you've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
Working that wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the opening. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon. And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To throw, it's Smalls. Quick completion on the out. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. They get him a rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the left side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Looking to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack on the 47.
Well, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Punt is on its way. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. And the Badgers want to crank their tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Smalls. Here's a hit. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here's the pressure. Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Smalls. Makes the catch. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Cummings. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives...
Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Fires left. Got him downfield. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like...
He lobs one high down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Defense might bring the house here. Quick strike complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on 2nd and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. And tell you what, week 1, this connection worked. Week 2, this connection working again. Tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3. Now to see if they have a response. Snags it quickly on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Badgers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Smalls. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a little space. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Badgers are marching down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. The Badgers started this drive back up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Badger. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he was throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Galladay. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Swings it out to his running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Pocket breaking down. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Give to the single back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Badgers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw at Smalls. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll run play action. Buys a little time. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the well. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Huskers are in the hurry up.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Rush is on him. And to get rid of it quickly.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Turning it on. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Badgers have it with a first and 10. They're dealing with a second and long. And the quarterback takes a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
You got to wonder about the play call there. Third and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got fourth in California.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments